What's up YouTube, my name is AV20 and I'm back at again with another video. So today, I have decided to show you guys what settings I've used in CSGO. And such as what my video settings are, what my sensitivity is, and what crosshair I use. Along with what peripherals I actually use as well. Especially even for recording my videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So let's get started. So now onto my video settings. My video settings are usually set from very low to medium, as I do not want a massive performance hit on my game. And I have my anisotropic filtering set to 2 times, along with 4 times MSAA, along with FXAA enabled. So you may be thinking about my crosshair. So I use this map called Crash's Crosshair Generator to create my crosshairs, and you are able to practice using your new crosshair on Crash's Crosshair Generator so you can get a feel of it. I really recommend this map, as you could really find what crosshair is best for you and what you're comfortable with. You could have either like a static crosshair, a crosshair that moves when you walk, a crosshair that moves when you shoot, or just like some regular static crosshair. So there are a wide variety of crosshairs that you could create, and ones that have already been created. One of the best things about Crash's Crosshair Generator, in my opinion, is that you could have 4 crosshairs all saved at once. As you can see, that you get 4 slots to fill up just by creating crosshairs. As you can see here, I'm just going to create a crosshair as an example, so you can change how big you want the gap to be, if you want it to be a static crosshair like I said before, or like a crosshair that moves. You could also change if you want change the gap, if you want to have a dot to it, the size of it, the thickness of it as well. So usually I play with a small thin crosshair, a static crosshair actually, and I have it set to a light blue color so I could easily see it while playing my game. I can't really play with the default crosshair as it's actually quite big and it's not really to my liking, so I'm not really comfortable with playing with that crosshair, which is why I've created my own couple crosshairs which I would use to play the game. So overall, this is a really good map. I really recommend that you use this map, even if you're new. It would really help you out with your aiming and how you play the game overall, because you just really need to feel comfortable using a crosshair that you can actually use, instead of using a crosshair that you can't actually really use. Another good thing about Crash's Crosshair Generator is that there is a whole board of crosshairs which you can use that the pros use in competitive Counter-Strike. So you could choose Kenny S's crosshair, you could choose Pasha Biceps crosshair, any of the pros crosshair, you could just use it. It's already made. Now you will find a room behind that board of crosshairs, and it will just have some more pre-made crosshairs which are made by other people. And so you would also find a board of crosshairs with what crosshairs the YouTubers use, such as Anomaly, the streamers such as Summit1G and Mo. So yeah, there's just a wide variety of crosshairs that are made by some really good imaginative and creative people out there, so you could also use those as well. So now we shall talk about what peripherals I use. So for my keyboard, I use the K55 RGB gaming keyboard. I actually bought this thing for almost $100, but for the price that you're actually paying, it's actually pretty decent, as it's actually quite silent, has 6 macro keys on the side, and it's a mechanical keyboard. So if you want to upgrade from membrane, it's actually a pretty good option. So now onto my mouse. So the mouse that I use is the Corsair Harpoon RGB gaming mouse, which I actually got for 70 Australian dollars, and for $70 this thing is a friggin' beast. So you get two buttons on the side, and of course you got a DPI button. So the default DPI is on the first option 500 DPI, which is actually the DPI that I use in Counter-Strike and all the other games. And the maximum DPI can go up to 6,000. it's also customizable. So if you download like the Corsair utility software, you could actually change up the lighting, change up the DPI. Same with the keyboard. So yeah, it's like killing two birds with one stone. So now on to my headset. So this is the Plantronics Rig 500, and I bought this headset for around $100, but the price has dropped down to around 79 Australian dollars. So this headset is just one of the best budget headsets out there actually. So it's got a really comfortable ear cups for your ears, and it's got a headband as well, which is also adjustable, and the you can actually change the height of the headphones by taking them out of the slots and putting into one of the other three slots, as you could see there on the right. And so they're really comfy, and for $79 I have to say they're actually a pretty decent headset. And so last but not really least is my mousepad. So what I use for my mousepad is the Lenovo Y Gaming mousepad. So this is actually a really wide mousepad. I used to have a really small one, like basically the size of a square, but this one's basically a rectangle, and of course it's bigger than the one that I've used before. And I've actually received this as a gift from one of my family members, and I'm actually pretty happy with this mousepad because it makes my mouse feel responsive. It makes like moving the mouse feel comfortable and quick, and so it's just a nice mouse pad. Like this was around for like 15 Australian dollars, not even, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with this mouse pad. It's really holding up well, and I would definitely get it again. Okay, for one of the last parts of this video, I'm going to be moving on to my computer now. So the computer that I'm using is the Medion Akoya P4120D computer. So I bought this computer for $600, and I have to say it's actually quite decent for what you get. So what you get is an insider is an AMD A8 8650, and I believe it's a quad core that could go from 3.2 GHz to 3.8 GHz in turbo speed. And it's got R7 integrated graphics, and with R7 integrated graphics, it's actually one of the best integrated graphics options out there if you want integrated graphics and you don't really want to buy an external GPU, but that's what I've done. And what I kind of like about this computer is that it came with an SSD, so boot times are like only 3 seconds, and it came with the terabyte of storage, so that's actually quite enough storage for me, and I could run my games fine even on the integrated graphics. So yeah, it's actually quite a decent computer, but I really should have built my own instead of bought one. Okay, so last of this setup video, I have the Sapphire Radeon R7 240 graphics card, which is installed in my computer right now. This thing is rendering the videos for me. This thing is letting me play Overwatch with this graphics card. So I know it's not the best graphics card out there, but it's actually quite a decent one for the money. I got this for 80 Australian dollars, and it's clocked out of the box at 730 megahertz with 2 gigabytes of GDDR5 VRAM. So whatever you do, do not get the 4 gigabyte version. I've heard that it's actually quite a rip-off for the price that you need to pay brand new for the 4 gig version, but I'm really happy with this card and I'll definitely keep it. So yeah, I'm going to be getting a GPU upgrade soon, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this card no matter what. So this is actually quite a decent card for the price that you pay. For more information, you could check out my Steam profile, which has a massive info box, which you could check out and see what my current rank is, and for more information. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video.